Hey guys, welcome back. I am Mr. Fantasy Sports or Tommy2Life on TikTok. But I am here because we are going to cover the 2021 playing games for the NBA. Let's do it. So starting on Tuesday, we have the Charlotte-Indiana matchup. Some things to look out for in the Charlotte-Indiana matchup. First of all, is that I believe Charlotte is going to take this game. I just am not that confident in it, but I definitely know there's some players that are definitely going to show up. LaMelo Ball, rookie year, he's going to show up. It's his first playoffs. He's going to look to impress. Terry Rozier, obviously another scoring threat. I really like the Charlotte Hornets team. I wish them a lot of success. It's going to be tough. It's going to be an uphill battle because they fell from the 8th seed to the 10th seed. So now they've got to win twice. And I just don't know if they're going to be able to do that. I don't even know if they're going to beat Indiana because, let's be honest, it's Indiana. They always find a way to get the job done. But some players to look out for is definitely LaMelo Ball, Terry Rozier, PJ Washington, Miles Turner. He has really been turning it up lately. He seems explosive and he seems like the moment's not too big for him. He hits big shots late in the game. He's a player that gets overlooked a lot. We know Gordon Hayward's out for the season, so he'll be done. And so it's going to really be up to PJ Washington, Miles Bridges, or LaMelo or Terry. Those are going to be the four players on Charlotte. They all score. This Charlotte squad is really good for fantasy. So, put who you need to, where you need to, based on the money you have, right? But who they're facing, Indiana. Now, Indiana's totally different, right? I mean, let's be honest here. Indiana is boring. But they're good. They're a good squad. I just don't know why I don't like them, but I just don't. But as far as fantasy value goes, there's some sleepers in Indiana. There is O'Shea Brissett, who is actually putting up kind of like, I don't know where this kid came from, but within the last month, he's been putting up some major numbers. As far as, our staple, if you watch my last video, I'll tell you, Domantas Sabonis, the guy is an animal. Triple doubles on the regular, and he's just got that nasty streak. It's like his father, even though his father was like slower. It's like a combination of his father and like Sean Kemp. Minus the hops, but like plays angry. Like the kid really wants to win, and he puts up the stats to back it up. But besides those two players, oh yeah, and T.J. McConnell. Surprisingly enough, T.J. McConnell. If you can catch the right game from T.J. McConnell, you will be able to win. It could be the difference between winning and losing. So if you catch T.J. McConnell on one of them hot days, but the likelihood that other people have him is like less, so you just have more reward with that. Because we're here to win, right? We're not here to lose. We're here to win. So my sleeper is T.J. McConnell. Watch out for that guy. But besides that, I just really don't know what Miles Turner is doing. I don't know if he's coming back. There's been a lot of injuries this season. So Indiana's just not a team that I'm excited about. But that guy, Domantas Sabonis, it's kind of hard to bet against the guy. But I do think that Charlotte's going to send him home. And remember, this is single elimination, so it's one game. You got one game to make the playoffs. So moving on, though, because I got to watch my time limit, we are going to move on to the 8-9 game, okay? The 8-9 game is, they get two shots at it. So we got Boston and Washington. So, I think that personally Boston is going to win this game. As much as I'd like to see Russ move on right away, I just think that Boston is too well coached, and they're an extremely deep team. They do a lot of lineup combinations and things like that, but ironically, that is why their players aren't great for fantasy. Jason Tatum, obviously we know Jason Tatum. If we get the right Jason Tatum, he could score 60 points. The guy is a game breaker. But there are other games where Jason Tatum struggles where you pay so much for him that if you catch him on the struggle day, you lose immediately. Like there's no coming back from that. So, Jason Tatum's tough. But if it was easy, then everybody would do it, right? So we want to look out for Jason Tatum. We want to look out for Marcus Smart. He's just consistent. He's consistent with it. His suspension is up. A sleeper. I'll throw a sleeper out there. I'm gonna say Evan Fournier. Evan Fournier and who else? Evan Fournier and Tristan Thompson. More Fournier, but Thompson can also get you just enough points to win. So if you spend all your money on all the other positions, your lineup is nasty, but it's like I got no money for a center. If you're gonna pick a center at low value, Tristan Thompson might be the guy because he can get you 13 rebounds. He can get you, those hustle points, those blocks, and those are the type of things that give you points in fantasy. So if you're struggling, Tristan Thompson obviously wouldn't be my first choice. But that guy Evan Fournier had a monster game a week ago, and they picked him up for this from Orlando. So there might be more there than what we've seen so far from Evan Fournier. And with the playoffs, it's like he's right back in the mix. So he made a public statement that I think was kind of like talking like the Boston Celtics are soft or something. It's like, dude, you came from Orlando, dude. Quiet. But yeah, as far as fantasy goes, if you want to take a shot in the dark, that Fournier. All right. So, and then we have the Wizards, of course. So, with the Wizards, again, if you watched my last video, you should watch my last video. And if you watched the last video and you liked it, and you're watching this video and you like it, subscribe. Please subscribe below, because that way I don't have to go through any other channel for you to know. They'll let you know right when I post a new video, because this NBA playoffs is going to be hot. So we got to be on it. And so listen, hit the subscription, give me a like, give me a comment. Let me know that you think that my fantasy projections are trash. Just say something. But anyway, so Washington, last team we're covering for today. Washington, we got Westbrook, we got Beal. Westbrook obviously is doing animal things out there with the triple doubles and with just the non-stop pressure he's putting on the teams. I mean, the guy is just unreal. He's my staple in the lineup, but there will come a time where you have to choose between Westbrook or like a bunch of other players that are mediocre, and sometimes that's where you get caught up because he's so high priced. And the same thing with Bradley Beal. Bradley Beal's super, super high priced. The reason I don't like paying the price for Beal is only because he only scores points. In fantasy, you need rebounds, you need assists, you need blocks. And he does those things, but he is a scorer. And scorers, those are straight up points, 1-to-1. I think assist is 1.5, rebound 1.2, depending on the site you go to. But anyway, so, don't love Bradley Beal, but, it's Bradley Beal, right? We can let it go. So then, some other players to look out for. I don't love this Washington team for fantasy, again, because they spread out the work too much. It's like, Rui Hachimura will go for 25 and 10, and then the next game he'll only play like 28 minutes and only score like 10 points. It's a killer. That's a killer. So it's like if you can get lucky with Rui Hachimura, he definitely can get it done. It's just whether they give him the ball. and whether he has enough opportunity. Thomas Bryant, I think, will be back. You got that Robin Lopez backing him up. But no, all these guys are just very, very below average fantasy plays. Again, Denny Advia and Garrison Matthews. Each one of them, it's like you don't know who's going to play. One day it'll be Advia starting, the next day it'll be Garrison Matthews playing like the whole game. So it's just, for me, I just look for more consistency. Some people like taking risks and go, hey, if I'm going to win, I'm going to win. I'm going to lose, I'm going to lose. But I don't like to play like that because I'm not like a real big risk taker. So, to each its own. Cheers. Listen, I'll be back to do another video on the Western Conference. This is enough for today. But yeah, so, look out for those sneaky players because these matchups are tight. There's only 2 games, 4 teams to choose from. So everyone's going to have all the players somebody else is going to have. So you're going to need like the TJ McConnells of the world to get you the win. You're going to need one of those sneaky plays or Rui Hachimura going off for the 40 points. Okay, don't count on that. But you're going to need something special to get the win. So let's get this win, all right? I will see you guys in the next video. Remember, subscribe down below. Hit the like. All right, I'm out of here. Take care.